Alright, we are loading into my Grand Theft Auto FiveM role-playing server. This is a test run to see how it goes here. You can see when I log in, I'm using FiveM, the third-party software to log on to the server. And then when I come on for the first time, it's asking me to fill out my identity, which you can put anything you want. I'm going to put, let's see, I think I'm on... Romeo. I've been going through the phonetic alphabet as I've been testing characters. I'm up to R, which is Romeo, and I always call them Newbertons. Date of birth, you can again put in anything you want. I usually just put in 2000. I think I'm going to fix the date to go with the backstory of the game, but 2000. And then just toss in 150 centimeters for height, and good to go, and then just click create. When you do, it's going to take you to this menu here. You'll see your actual character. I just clicked right into him actually without changing anything. But it will give you the opportunity normally, if you don't click right there, to go through the menu and change your character's characteristics, their looks, their hair, their clothes, all that kind of stuff. But we'll leave Mr. Newberton as he is right now. You can see, again, if you read through the wiki, you'll note that you spawn in one of three places when you respawn for the first time into the game. There's three storylines. There's like a lower class, a middle class, and an upper class that you can potentially spawn into. And it's, correlates 80% of people will spawn into the lower class. 29% will spawn into the middle class, which is what we've spawned into here. It's kind of in the middle of the city. And then 1%ers will spawn into one of those nice big office buildings with a rich family and be able to have a lot more opportunity to start in the game. It's kind of interesting and fun way to role play, see where people start. Your first primary objective when you get into the game, when you spawn in, is to make your way to the job center. You look into the map here, all kinds of stuff loaded onto the map. There's jobs, there's all kinds of activities. There's both legal and illegal activities. You can steal cars, chop them for parts, sell those parts, or craft those parts into other things. We're trying to go to the job center. You can see one of the benefits of spawning into the middle class world is the job center is literally directly across from the spawn point. I did forget to mention over here that all throughout the world there's lockers. If you see these little blue circles like this one here on the ground, you just walk up to them and press the E button. Password for most of the public ones is just 1, 2, 3, 4, which you'll learn. And then you can access what's in there. This one happens to have some water and medical in it. Sometimes they have the black money or regular money. And you can store your own stuff in there. I love the comments of the people in the background. Curious if you can hear them. I'm going to listen back on it myself. But if you're not putting anything in, you can just back out and close. While you're in there, too, you can actually change outfits. Some of them have different outfits saved into them. This one has the car dealer and a motel manager, so I can just go to the car dealer and put on those clothes. You can see I just changed my Newberton clothes there into some nice shades, nice little suit, little earpiece. Beats what I was wearing. Not so newbie looking now. But we'll look over here across the street and head our way over into the job center, which again is the primary goal of when you get spawned in. As I'm walking along, you can see this little mini map down the left. It shows my voice is normal pitched. You can change those, the whisper or shouting or different voice effects. And it shows the nearest postal code is 8155. You can see if you go into the map, I've added postal codes on all of the major sites throughout the whole map. So if you're going to meet somebody way up here in Sandy Shores, you can say, meet me at 2048 postal codes. And those correlate to what is on the bottom left right there, the 8155. Up on the top right, you've got the crew logo. You've got my current job, which is unemployed. You will earn $250 of in-game RP money being unemployed. You start with $2,500 regular cash in your pocket, 5,000 in the bank, and then I've already been playing, so I've got a bit of black money in the middle there. Above those are your basic needs. Your heart is your health. You know, if you get injured, if you jump off a building or something, you're gonna obviously get injured. Next to that is your stamina as you're running, how fast you can run, how long you can run there. Your shield is your armor if you're wearing any, and then you have food, which you can see is already depleting, and you have water, which is depleting a bit too. If you press the tab button, you can go into your inventory. You can see I already have a bunch of stuff in there from playing already, but you'll need to eat and drink throughout the game. There are illegal meds and nitro, water, and food that you can craft and create. There's bread. You can see if I eat this bread, my health food, my hunger is going to go up. And if I drink this water, my water is going to get completed. So you need to drink and eat all throughout the game to keep those hunger and thirst replenished. But there are all kinds of different things that you can buy at stores and craft to do that. So once we walk into the job center, I've placed NPCs using software all throughout the game. You just walk up to them and you press again the E button. You can out of the way so you can see her a little better here. She's saying welcome job seeker, and then these are all the things that you can say back to her onto the left. Is this where I get a job? Can I change jobs? Which job pays the most? And then over on the right, which blip should I choose? You can see there's two blips, one to the left and one to the right of her. I will probably change that, but that's the way I'm doing it for now. How do I get paid? And then any tips for me. And then so you can go through each one of these if you want. Is this where I get a job? And she answers it is. We have lots to choose from. I gotta walk a little closer to her. I can say, which blip should I choose? And she's gonna say, use the right for public jobs, use the left for whitelisted jobs. You apply for the whitelisted jobs on our Discord server. They have to be approved by a staff member. These other jobs over there on the right, the public jobs, you can just go ahead and start doing those. Let's see, can I change jobs? Yes, you can try as many jobs as you like. You can change them whenever you want. How do I get paid? Salary is directly deposited into your account every 10 minutes of in-game time. Some jobs also pay bonuses as well, for depending on the work that you're doing. Which pays the most? Common question. Everybody likes to know. Motel manager is a pretty good salary. Salvage diver is excellent. You can actually earn a ton of money with the salvage diver because you find things in the ocean that you can sell or trade or barter with other people or use to craft other things. So that's really a lucrative one to do. It's kind of fun too, diving in the ocean. You see all kinds of whales and fish. If you're not careful, you get eaten by a shark. Kind of fun little activity. And then any tips for me? And she says, yeah, make sure you monitor your health, your thirst, and your vehicle fuel. The vehicles do use fuel. Oh, you can see I got my $250 welfare check over there for being unemployed. That'll come in throughout the game. You can see it actually went into my bank account. I need to change her words. It didn't go into cash, so I got to make sure. Everybody knows it goes directly into your bank account. But yeah, vehicles do use fuel. So you have to watch those as well. You have to put fuel in at gas stations, which we will do. So we'll say bye-bye to her, give you a look at both of the different blips here. It says press LB, but press E for everything. It's just easier. The LB doesn't quite work on the controller very well yet. These are the whitelisted jobs. Detective, flight doctor, executive taxi, gastropub chef, sheriff, auto dealer, premium auto dealer, rancher, deadliest fisherman, mine boss, salvage archaeologist, airport supervisor, and then of course you can quit your job and just be unemployed option here. These are the whitelisted RP role-playing jobs. Again, you have to be approved. You go into Discord, you fill out a little form, and you have to have done one of these primary jobs first as a public service, and then get approved. They're just higher versions of a lot of the same jobs that give you a lot more money and options. You're in charge of running that particular venue, depending on what it is. So we'll walk over here to public jobs, and you can see the format's a little bit differently. It's kind of the older version. I'm going to change this as well, but this is what we have for now. And you have to use your arrow keys just to go down to see the different public jobs. Starts up here with airport. You can work at the airport and fix stuff around the airport. You get things when you fix things, and you also get a salary. EMT, you can be an owner of a business. You can apply to be an owner of any of those businesses. We'll get more into that later. You can be a farmer, a fisherman, a fueler, which is somebody that helps get fuel around the city. You could be a grifter. You'd be unemployed and just do, whatever odd jobs you find around the city. There's tons of them, legal and illegal. So you can check that out. You could just be a job seeker. You get an extra $100 if you're just looking to apply for a job and you're not actually applying one. So you should. That's like one of the things. You should immediately just become a job seeker. It's more money for you, even if you're not going to be something else, or a grifter, another option. They're more applicable if you spawn in the lower demographic, because you pop up in the docks, and there's a whole bunch of people over in the docks looking to get you into illegal activities. Lumberjack, mechanic, miner. You can explore each one of these. They're really fun to do. I recommend just going through a whole bunch of them and doing different things. Pilot, police department, real estate, journal. I'm going to get rid of some of these, but this is what there's available for now. Salvage is the salvage diver. If you are going to be a diver, you do have to buy a diving apparatus from the stores that you can see. I need to put that back in. Actually, we've got some new stores. I need to create one specifically for being able to buy some dive stuff. Butcher, owner. Again, that's a owner of a business. You can apply to be an owner of a business in the city, a restaurant or a fuel station or store, and then you're in charge of stocking it, filling it, making sure you have all the required stuff to run that store and the role play. Tailor, taxi. You can pick people up around the city and give them rides. Thug jobs. You're just going to be doing, again, random thug jobs that you find on your own. Truck driver, there's a specific truck driver job down at the docks. It's pretty cool. You load up the truck and move stuff around the city. And of course, back to unemployment. So again, you can choose any one of these that you want. I'm going to choose, let's see, I'm going to choose to be a taxi driver, just as an example. So you can see that my job up in the top right has changed to taxi recruit. I have a new job. And then if you look on the map, there's icons related to jobs that you can find that should make sense. Like this taxi over here at the Crew Arcade is where I'm going to need to go to become involved in that taxi job. So now, that's quite a bit of ways. You can see on the map, I'm down here. I need to go all the way up there. If I look over to the mini-map there, I see it's got my marker. You can walk over there. I'm going to add trains and buses. That's be an option. You would normally be able to call a cab if there was somebody else playing. It's just me, I believe, right now in here. So no cab calling. Yeah, I can see. I just pressed the page up key to see, but it's just me on the server right now. And I'm the one taxi driver, so there's nobody coming to get me. Then, of course, the other option is this is Grand Theft Auto. I can just go steal somebody's car. But keep in mind, all of the activity that you do, whether it's positive or negative, is going to affect your societal climb, whether or not you go up or down in this world that you're role-playing in. It is all tied in. So let's see. I'm just going to take this person's car. Try not to kill them.
Shit! Oh! Shit bird.
Alright, nice clean getaway. You can see the red dot on there that he's pissed. I stole his car. But we'll just blow through some red lights and make our way up to the taxi operation up here. Just following the purple line basically on my GPS to get up there. I can see that it is 0.7 miles away. Just for reference, you'll note that it does take about a minute per mile to traverse in the world of Grand Theft Auto, so that's about a little less than a minute away. I can hear some cops in the background. Hopefully they're not coming for me, knowing I stole this person's car. Interestingly, the taxi route is right up there, but there is a hidden, you can see right here, there's a road. Crash right through that and then come down here. There is a chop shop. Since I've got this car, I might as well take advantage of getting a little bit of extra money. platform, press E. You can see there's some chop progress down there. This one's pretty quick. The chop shops are all at different speeds. I got some aluminum, a battery, stereo, some car wheels, and an airbag out of that. And again, I press tab and I can see those in my inventory now. There's the car battery, there's the wheels. You know, I got some scrap aluminum. I've got some just rims. Rims versus whole wheels. There's also just tires. I got an airbag. And it tells you how many of the max you can carry of these in there as well. There is inventory in the trunk of the cars, so you know you can, if you have a car that is yours, I would recommend, you know, putting stuff into the back of it. You can, rather than being in your inventory. I am going to limit the amount that you can carry in your particular inventory, but I haven't got around to it yet. So you can see now, should make carryable scooters. Man, this is brutal trying to run back up here. I have to steal another car. But you'll see that I also did get some money from that as well. I got some black money. I got and all those parts. Let's see how far away it is. Yeah, it's right up there. We're gonna take this person's car. Please help, sir. I'm just looking to see what this is. Oh no! Get out of the car. He's gonna be pissed.
Motherfucker!
There, he's coming. He's coming.
I can and will defend myself.
Oh, he will defend. Oh. Not today, buddy. You can see he is still that red blip, so if you do go by the red blips, they're pretty pissed. They will try to retaliate for whatever it is that you're doing. And again, all of this is negatively impacting my ability to climb the social ladder, which is like the RP side of this game. It's not affecting it too much. You can get away with a lot. Here we go. We're just going to park right here on this curb. We'll leave this car untouched. You know, somebody will come find it. It'll end up in the impound. It's a good point. If you do have a car that ends up in the impound, that's this little time ticking watch right here. You can go get it from the impound. But we're here at our taxi stop. When you do come to the jobs, you'll find arrows all over the place. You usually have to get into the uniform of that particular job. So this one, we're changing into the cloakroom. Again, it says right analog, but I'm just going to press E. And then I'm going to put in taxi wear, using down arrow. I changed into my taxi wear. It's pretty close to my other uniform. You just got some gloves on if you notice. There is a little blip here. If you come over, now that you're a taxi driver, you can put stuff into this menu. I can deposit items if I don't want to carry them around. You know, say I didn't want to carry this car battery around with me. I can place one car battery into deposited stock there now, and I can just go back and take that out if I wanted to take it out. But you can see if I go to my inventory, the battery is no longer in my inventory. Again, that's so you don't have to carry stuff around. I can come over here and check out a cab. There are some taxis in here. There's some high-end Ubers. There's some Huntleys. I'm just going to take regular crew taxi 1, check it out. You can see it now have that crew cab arcade taxi, basic taxi when you do some jobs. Again, if I wanted to come into the back of it over here, and then you just come right to the back of the trunk and then press Y, you're going to open the trunk. And let's say I don't want to carry around this airbag, I don't want to carry around these wheels, I don't want to carry around this turbo, I don't want to carry around these wheels, the wheel rims, I don't want to carry around this. I gotta figure out if there's a way to take more than one with this inventory. I haven't figured that out myself yet. But I'm moving the scrap aluminum that I had from the vehicle over here into the trunk. I'll keep the tools water, my nitro meds, my med kit. I'll keep my mechanic tools, and I'll put this iron in there. I got a whole bunch of fish from a fishing thing. I'll put this radio in there. I'll keep my car jack on me. I got some other stuff that I'm testing with over here. You might notice this money translation thing. It's from another app that I'm trying to get to work for banking, but it doesn't work right now. My hunger, my thirst looks okay, so I'm just going to leave my water and my other stuff. But you can see now this inventory is over here in my trunk. So if I was to go out, close the trunk, and then go back into my inventory, you can see I'm carrying around less crap with me now. It's just a lot easier to deal with. Got some stank fish in a can that I made from a fishing thing. I'll just eat that and pop up my, and then I'll drink some of this water, keep my water and health both up there. Now you can see I got a nice little clean inventory. Get into my cab. And most of the jobs, the menu is F6. I think that's what it is in this one too. Let's see, F6. Yep, and then I can start my, or stop driving my NPC job. Now it says to drive to the passengers, so I'm just going to start driving, and I should get a yellow blip. Somebody want to ride? Let's take a look. Start driving around, go down to the middle of the city up here. Usually somebody around here coming out of a party or a nightclub. You can see we have a mod added onto the bottom right that shows you your oil and your engine status, as well as how many miles you've driven. It is resetting when you get out of the car, the mileage. I need to see if there's a way to set it so it just stays. This I can hear this turbo. Oh, I found a customer and they're green, not yellow. Turn around over here. We'll go back up to the city, the main street. Take a look and see what happens when we get to this customer that we found. Looks like they're on the other side of the street. We're too far away from them. Totally Sunset Boulevard if you haven't been up by the Man Chinese Theater. Oh, there's this guy. He's got a little icon. You can see he's getting in our car. Hey, buddy, where you going, man? He wants to go to Autopia Parkway. Again, you can go to your map, take a look, see how far away that is. Oh, way down by the airport. Wow. All right, buddy, let's go. Here we go. Take this guy to his destination, see how much money we get for it. When you're doing taxi, some money goes to the taxi job, providing the cab and all this stuff, you know, like a real job. You get a percentage of it. It's pretty good percentages for the jobs. You can hear that turbo. I forgot that I put it on the taxis. It's kind of nice there. They've got a nice little look over the sign. Driving on the wrong side of the road. This guy's gonna be pissed with this fare, man. Coming down through the center. You can actually stop and RP, you know, oh, I'm going to stop at the stoplights. It just takes forever. It's like real life, you know. You're waiting. If you actually watch the lights, you can see, you know, this little go ahead and walk symbols. I love this view of POV, by the way. So you can see the don't walk symbol over there. One of these should say walk on them. Pedestrian. Oh, there's the green light, you know, so you can see the light making its way around. You can see an ATM over there. I just saw a cop go by. You can. I might change the sensitivity of the cops. There we go. We got a green light. Oh, I just got my salary, so I got my $500 salary for being a taxi driver, which again is every 10 minutes of gameplay. So you're going to get the salary every 10 minutes from any job that you're doing. And then, like a taxi driver, you're going to get the additional fare money for actually, you know, delivering the person to their destination. Here, we'll go to POV for you. I do like the POV driving style. Look down, you can see the instrument cluster. We do have this nice instrument panel as well in the center there. I can see I can buckle my seatbelt. That's going to be a lot safer for me if I get in an accident. My fuel is flashing, which does mean that I need to get some fuel for this vehicle, or it will stall out and be useless. Shows you the little gears that you're in. You don't have to manually change them. I've got them set to auto, but you can see what gear you're in, and then the status of your headlights. You know, I can go to high beams. Oops. Looks like this guy wants to go up. Let's go into departures. Where you can go to no lights, regular lights. It shows your miles per hour. Looks like I got enough gas to drop this guy off, and then I'll head over to a fuel station and demo the station. See his little destination ticket right here. Boom, he gets out. He has paid us $412 for that ride. Quite a big ride, and of that we got 176 bucks. It's kind of nice. another taxi pulling off there.
What happened last night?
So I'm going to go ahead and look on the map for a fuel station. I can see this red blip right here is probably the closest one. So we're going to set that. And, oops. We're going to set that. And drive over there. I think I accidentally teleported to it. I still have the teleport feature turned on as an admin. You won't have that as a game player, so you would have to have driven over here. But you come to a fuel station. Saved you having to watch me drive all the way over here, by the way. I'm working on changing all of the fuel stations into interiors. This one currently is not, you know, but it is still a working station. I will go demo what one of those looks like. You pull up to the pump right here, just like you normally would in your car. Gotta make sure I take my seatbelt off. Got my little message telling me to go look for passengers, but I gotta get some fuel first. I'm going to walk up here, press E, take the pump off the hook, and then put the pump in the car. You can see right there I'm at 36%, and you know, fun little role play. Be putting fuel in the car. We'll go all the way until we get to 100%. Get a nice full tank of gas. You can also, when you're at gas stations like this, you can get jerry cans full of fuel. I'm having trouble with them right now, trying to get them to work. But I will get them working, and then you'll be able to buy the jerry cans. You can see this dude's carrying around the fuel pump. You can go to the other side of the car if you need to. But when you're done with it, you just walk back over and you put it back in the pump. We do a full tank. You can see that there's a vending machine over here. They're all throughout the city. I do have them working. So you can walk up to them and see it says you can press 1 and it'll get a sprunk. It's going to do a little animation, push the button, and take the can out of the vending machine. There are both food vending machines and drink vending machines. They do work. They're going to give you working items like this sprunk right here, and then you can use those to replenish your thirst or your hunger, some of the food machines you might find. I'll just teleport over real quick to another gas station, to my gas station. This one's mine over here. I own this one. It's kind of a fully furbished. You can see that's my personal parking spot for the garage, so I can pull into that and store this car in the garage if I wanted, if I own the car. I can only do the cars I own. We've got a vending machine right there. Again, here we have working pumps. And then if we go into the store, you're going to see this store I've already done an interior for. You'll actually be able to come in. There's ATMs usually somewhere in the store. We can come over, you know, and put money in or out from our bank account. Let's see, I've got $2,600 right now in cash. I don't want to carry that much around, so I'm going to put $1,615 deposit and just keep $1,000 bucks. And you can see that affected my accounts up in the top. And then we can go over to actually use those vending machines if we wanted, or come up to the front. I haven't got around to putting NPCs in yet, but the menus do work. So you walk up to the store and you press E, and then you can see the items that store has available. And again, I own this store, so I have to manage the inventory. I have to physically go to buy these things from other people or places. And then, you know, I have 25 of this one, 25 of this one. Somebody's bought 4 of this one. Each time somebody buys one, it actually does affect that out of the, you know, here I'll buy a slice of pizza. I go up to the shopping cart and I say, yep, I want to buy 1 slice, and then purchase it. And you can see I just bought the old pizza, and now if I go to my inventory, I've got that slice of pizza. And again, I can use that right now and eat it, and you can see it's going to bump up my food. And I'll drink this Sprite, Sprunk, and that's going to bump up my water. So that's the basic idea of how you keep your needs fill. Again, I can come over here and buy another E-Cola if I want. This one's E-Cola. Press 1. It's going to buy E-Cola, which is kind of a funny name. Little Coke can-ish thing comes out, and that goes into my inventory. So again, that's the stores. Again, you have to keep them full. This is my fuel station as well, so if I wanted to manage the fuel, I can come over here. You can see the boss actions that I have. I can put things into inventory, take them out of inventory. I could sell the business if I wanted. A whole bunch of my boss options. and then I can go back in. I can go to the fuel actions. You can see that I can order more fuel. Right now my station is 18% full. I can change my fuel price. I can export fuel to other people. It's kind of a fun way to play, owning the gas station. You're really in charge of a lot of the operations of it. It's kind of like a job simulator, business ownership simulator, which is kind of neat. Kind of fun way to RP, play the game in role playing. So let's come out to our taxi here. Let's see what we got. Jump in. We'll buckle up. Put our buckle on. Put our headlights on. Brighten up our headlights a bit. And you can see those skulls there. Those are going to be used for the Soda War zones that I'm creating. Each one of those will be like captured by the soda companies. And then people have to deliver the soda to the different zones to get those territories. There's Grove Street, all looking great. Previous games. Just go loop around the block up. Looks like somebody wants a ride from back there. Gotta be careful in this neighborhood over here. Always somebody shooting at you.
Where them bitches at?
Let's see where this guy wants to go. Come on over, buddy. Where are you going? Let's see, where does he want to go? He wants to go to Vinwood Park. Man, he looks like Tupac. Love it. All right, well, let's see. Where's Vinwood Park? Take a look on our map. Ooh, wow, that's a long one. All right, that's where we're going. And almost ran into me. I'm going to go up here, pick up the main drag, and take this guy to his destination. So you should be, this is some good insight. Here, we'll go into the... make a quick left here. Go into the interior here, get our little POV. Just blast right through these red lights. Get that turbo to kick in. And get this guy up to his destination. Take a look outside as we're going along. You can see some of the cool sites that I'm remapping. That pawn shop over there is another store that I personally own. Go inside of that. Doors are locked. I do have locking doors ability. Again, you can see we're passing a gas station. There's a little white house blip on the map. That means that is a property. I think that's an apartment actually I'm renting currently. You'll find those all throughout the city map as well. You can see there's a little pill on the map, a little garage, a little shirt. The pill is the hospital where you can go get treatment if you're hurt. And the shirt is new clothes. And garage is a garage you can store your car in. If you put your car into any garage, you can pull it out of any other garage. So you just keep an eye on the map for the blips. But this should give you a good indicator of like what a typical job is. This is the typical taxi job. You're basically driving people back and forth along the map. It's a really good job if you've never played the game before because you get really great views coming through back and forth on all these different places of different stuff. And it's just kind of neat to see the replication in the game. There's the water pipes that you can see in LA, the water coming over the aqueducts. It's kind of fun to see all the different sites and how it's been replicated, all the different signs. But we're going to continue up here for another 1.5 miles, which is about another 1.5 minutes. You can see this is like Palm Springs looking over here with all of the windmills. And, you're getting out to this. It's called Sonora Desert in the game, but it's really like Palm Springs. It's kind of cool. But like I said, if you've never played Grand Theft Auto much, or FiveM, it's really a good way to. Being a taxi driver is a really good way to get out onto the roads and kind of know where things are and get things mapped. You kind of see stuff coming up like the weed farm over there, and then go explore that later on your own time. And then I love being in the POV view like this, but again, you can just easily press a menu button on your controller and get your different views of where you're at. I like this further away one too. When I'm kind of doing car racing stuff. This one's cool. Move in here. Looks like this guy wants to go to this Home Depot style store. Drop him off right here on the corner. Thanks, buddy. He's paid us 296 bucks, 127, which comes to us. So you can see, you might be thinking now, oh geez, you know, I've basically made $1,000 in 10, 20 minutes. There's another gas station that I'm gonna keep mapping. I already get the store. You can see how much gas I'm using by driving around all these places too. I pretty much used almost a quarter of a tank just to get up here. So I can expect a half a tank if I drive back there. I try to find passengers like on each way, like take somebody up here, find a passenger up here, and then take somebody down to the city, find them up there, you know. Drive through those different options. But if you're done and you don't want to do you know, taxi anymore, you can just say, okay, I want to stop doing the taxi drive, missions completed, and this billing is if you're going to invoice other players for rides, not just the NPCs. That's an option you have as well. So we've stopped it. We can say I want to go back to the job center, which is an option, but I think a better thing to explore is I'll take you down here to the docks, where there is the other spawn point, which is the lower demographic side. This right here, I've converted the runway, by the way. Let's take a look at that real quick. We'll just teleport over there. I've converted the runway here at Sandy Shores into a racing circuit, which is kind of cool. So instead of coming onto the airport and you know, regular field, which you don't really use that much, we've converted it into a racetrack. You can see an NPC over there who's related to some other story stuff. You can always go check in with him and kind of do some NPC interaction. They're all throughout the map, lots of NPCs that you can interact with. But the runway, you come on here, and these bays are active mechanic bays. Some of them have this, like this green one right here is an AI repair station. You can pull in, and for 500 bucks, I can you know, fully repair my taxi, my car, my race car. This one has an ability for you to actually store your car in a garage, and then this one has the ability to repair your car. If you're a mechanic and you have a toolbox, then you can kind of do this NPC sort of stuff. You know, you can come into the car and go up to the. Oh, you got to open the hood first. I'll do that. Easy way for me here. My menu, vehicle options, customs. Go down to door. Pop open the hood. Now I can get out. Come into the side of the car here. Open up my inventory, and then pick up my mechanic tools and say use. Up, and it says incorrect job. So you have to be a mechanic to use the tools, but it'll let me use the basic tools, so I can like change oil and change tires. And you can see they're both green, so they don't need to be changed right now. Gives me the plate of you know, what vehicle I'm in, and then the miles, which I need to fix because it's not tracking properly. It doesn't think it has any miles. It's just it's in the car. Gotta fix that. But that's the kind of stuff that you can RP, you know, to have fun. You can put in turbos and all kinds of fun stuff that you can do with the race cars. And then come over here onto the track. There's the hood. That was easier than closing it. And I'm building the races right now. I just got a script to do races, so we'll get a lot of drag stuff set up here, and we'll do some different circuit racing. Again, instead of being a just runway that never gets used, it's now a fun racing activity that we'll be able to do. Save some time, and we'll teleport on down here to the docks. Oh, I do have a race kind of that I've been testing over here. Teleport onto this one. I would normally spawn a new car and then do all that, but I want to make sure I return the taxi back to the taxi position. So we come in here, we're inside this yellow circle. If I press my horn, it's going to turn green and start giving me the countdown. Come out of that. If you pop out of it too soon, it's going to reset the clock for you. But you can see I'm basically trying to hit those blips, and if you look on the map down to the left, it tells you where the next one is to go to, and then you can see the rest of them after that. To give you a route that you can go on for the tracks. There you go, that's a little quick example of what the race is like, setting up. And then they have, you know, if you come over here after the race a little bit, they'll have markers of where you can see whose top 10 is for each one of those races. It's kind of fun. Another side thing that you can do in addition to the jobs and the racing. But let's see, you can either spawn into the world we did, which is like the middle world, or you could spawn into this underworld, which is over here. You would normally come into. And these little white blips right now are currently car rentals. You can rent cars, motorcycles from those.
If I didn't deliver packages,
I'll be sitting on the freeway for a couple hours.
A whole bunch of working dudes over here.
Don't I know it? I've dealt
I can take it.
This is the other area. Like you can see, there's a whole bunch of people in here. You know, most people will spawn here into this environment. And Mr. Bunk Monkey over here is kind of like the first person that you normally meet instead of going into the job center directly. And when we meet him, we you know, get some different kind of things, and we can see our responses. You know, where the hell am I? Oh, you're a noob. You've spawned into this new life. Okay, what does that mean? You know, where am I going to go? What am I doing here? You can come through each one of these with him and kind of point you in different directions. Say, you know, you decide I'm not looking for honest work. That taxi stuff is a bit too boring, and I want to get some underworld experience. You know, tell me about these under jobs. Talk to Sarah in the warehouse. It's the unlocked door. So if we come over here, it's a good illustration too. On the left, there's a little water cooler. Any water coolers you find in the game, you can just walk up to and tap E, and you're going to get some free water. Good way to keep your water refreshed if you see those. Some doors are locked. I don't have the right access to this. There's something in there that I need to, you know, figure out the right thing or be the right code. I will give you a head up. It is a truck driver for this particular one. You need to be a truck driver to get in there. But you'll learn that by talking to different NPCs, like this guy Gustavo over here. You talk to Gustavo Newberton, and he says, "Hey man, welcome to the Gru Arcade. Notice that blue blip on the floor over there? It indicates that there's a locker." So I told you this when we spawned into the mid world. He's telling you here, you know, the stuff on the blue floors is, you know, they're basically lockers all throughout the world. So anywhere you see these blue blips like this, you just walk into. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the basic world is going to get you in there. You take a look and see what, you know, what's in here. Some bread, some water. Oh, hey yo, we'll be taking that pistol. We could use one of those. So we'll take that pistol, and then come out of here, and let's take a look at our inventory. You can see right there, I've got a nice little pistol with 250 bullets if I need it. Now it's starting to feel like Grand Theft Auto, you know. I got that gun. Can't kill the NPCs, by the way. They'll take it. They get scared and pissed, but you know, you can't do anything. There's blood splatter on the floor there. The NPCs are they're basically interacting. You're just interacting with them. And then over here we have the lovely first job center interaction down here, glowing in this light, the beauty light. You can talk to her as well. You can see you're going to get a little bit different menu on depending on who you talk to. You could be a crooked cop. You could be an ambulance dealer who deals drugs and other goods out of the back of the ambulance. Or you could be a shady tree mechanic, you know, and do shady repairs. Those are some of the whitelisted interview jobs that are on the dark side of things, the underbelly. And then over here you've got some underbelly non-whitelisted, which are public. You can just apply to these. You know, just be seeking employment. We'll get you $450 an hour every 10 minutes. guana farmer. You can be out there, and it's illegal to farm guana in our little world, RP world here, because it's used to make nitro, which is a boost for your food, water, and other stuff. So you learn that as you kind of go along. You can click on all of these and learn more, where to start, how to get the job, all that kind of stuff. Or again, we could be a truck driver or a grifter. So if I'm a truck driver, if I get this job of truck driver, you can see that it changes my job. And now if we were to go back over to that door, I can come to the door, and it's going to give me the option to unlock
How's it going?
by pressing
you
E.
asshole!
I lock the door and come on in now. And then I can come over here, and I can say I want to take this delivery job. And what's going to do is spawn a forklift over here for you to be able to do work with. You kind of need to figure out all these jobs on your own. There's not really... it's kind of strange that it really opens. Let's see this one open. Oh, they're locked. That's why I locked them all. You're the driver. You're the truck driver, though, so you can open them. So you need to come over here. It doesn't really tell you this, but you kind of figure it out on your own. You need to open the doors of the truck before you can actually drive the forklift.
Hi there.
Now that you're on the forklift, you come on over here, and you'll pick up these pallets. You can do as good as a job as you want. I'm just demonstrating. So, whoops. Just, it's funny. I did this for a real job, dude. But that's pretty much what my work was like. The quality of my work. But you can pick up these pallets and bring them outside here. You don't need to get too specific with the truck. You just need to get close enough, and then you're going to press E, and it puts them in for you. And then you can see they're in the truck. You load up this whole truck, and then deliver those to places on the map. But we're not going to do that today. We'll demo all the jobs another day. We're going to take our taxi back to return it, which is up at the top of the map, all the way up here. Just teleport up there for the sake of saving time. You can see this little wrench behind me. I did put a repair center here because I did know that there would be plenty of repairs that need to be done. These guys don't want us around here, so you gotta kind of be quick about it. Come inside here, and I can pay $500 to get the auto all fixed up, nice and clean. They put a hood back on for me, and then I can bring this back into the station. So you have to be careful when you're doing the jobs that you're not spending more money than you're actually earning. There should be a red blip here somewhere. Oh, it's because I'm not a taxi driver, so I better.
Maybe it's my European sensibilities, but I just connect with talent. We bond on an artistic level.
Job.
Fuck that shit.
And then we'll come back up here. Oh, I'd have to go to the job center. I forgot. I'm gonna teleport back over there. You gotta be the job that you're in to get them for the blips to show. I forgot to just teleport over there. I'm feeling on the sidewalk. Run back in here. Hello, Agent Stryker. Go on our little blip and go back down to taxi driver. From truck driver. There we go. So these the job centers or the NPCs that are near the job centers are usually the places where you'll change your jobs from. Any one of the job centers, there's multiple ones throughout the game. Just seeing my F11 buttons, F10 buttons, 12. Alright. Now let's go back to that taxi return location. Again, you won't have teleport while we're playing normal RP. I'm just getting the demo mode here. Kind of makes it easier to get around it. Maybe just jump rather than drone along. Now you can see that I'm a taxi driver. All the icons are back, all the blips. So this is the return blip.
That just depresses me. Like I care.
Before I return it, I want to go into the trunk. And again, now you can see I can take all my inventory back out of the trunk and put it back on me. You can get bags to put this stuff in bags too, and just kind of put it all in a bag and then move that bag rather than move this all individually. I just didn't do it for the demo. You can drop and use. Give it to them.
I'm tired of hearing about damn austerity. They gonna cut my pay because the banks are fucked?
A little bit hungry. I'm gonna eat this bagel right here. Nice full up. Alright, we got everything back out of the trunk.
Getting to where the whole damn TV is fucking garbage.
Come over here.
Like I care.
Store our vehicle. Puts it back into that over there with the other ones. And I could come over here and now go to the storage, the job storage, and take stock. There's all kinds of stuff in here I could take out if I wanted to. Here, I'll take that car battery. I guess I'll close. Oops, sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to do that.
What's up?
Oh, sorry, now he's chasing me. I will show you one more thing before we close out, which is, you know, since I have all these car parts on me from that car that I scrapped, I don't even need a car, actually. There's a little sidewalk, so I'm safe. All throughout the city are scrap dealers. There's 3 in particular. There's one up here up north. There is one here. And then the third one is, now that I think about it. I gotta remember where the third one is. Somewhere over here in Sandy, I think I was. But I definitely know there's one down here on Alta Street because there's a junkyard right here, this salvage yard. I kind of thought it made sense to put the first one in here. You just come on in and right over here to the left, just come in immediately and you'll see this NPC. Walk up to the NPC and say, you want to talk, and you can sell the airbag, you can sell the car stereo, the battery, the car wheels. I can sell all those wheels, and I can sell all that as well. So you can see my black money is going up, and if I go to my inventory, I have 1 car wheel left I can sell. This guy doesn't buy turbos or wheels, but I can sell him another car. He doesn't buy rims. I can sell him another. There it is. I can sell him a car wheel. And now I should have that kind of stuff from that scrapped vehicle. I still got the turbo and the other wheel, but I can sell that to somebody else because that's racing stuff to improve their cars. But it boosted up my black money. And then I can use my black money on underworld goods, different weapons, and other items that are illegal. But that's an overview, basically. You know, if you spawn into the underworld, it's going to be down here. Then there's a whole like subsystem of things to kind of get you started. In the middle world, it's going to be somewhere over here near the job center, and the upper world is going to be up near the banker in the bankish. And then you have a much better start because you're surrounded by people who are giving you immediately big jobs. If you did want to clean your black money into clean money, you can come up to here where this little red dollar sign is. That's where you clean your money. All the other blips are pretty much related to jobs or some kind of NPC activities that you can now learn more, and we'll go through those individually when we go through the jobs. But I just wanted to start with a little intro of how to get into the world of Crew Arcade, start playing, and where to go from there. I'll put my guy here, and we'll just start pushing traffic as So I hope that's enjoyable. I hope you get into the server, have some fun, find a job, and then kind of follow along the storylines and engage with other people and make it your own thing. I find it to be super fun, like, creating our own world thing, especially because I can make businesses for people, and you can own things like gas stations. And, that right now I'm looking at the arena. I'm going to be changing that arena in front of us into a giant enduro racing center that you can basically do racing vehicles smashing into each other and kind of see who will last the longest. So that'll be a fun little another race event that we have. But I hope it's a good overview, and we'll be checking into more soon. Thanks for hanging out, and check out the actual server.